Just Lane Princess Leonor Fairytale Wedding Reception Stuns Copenhagen. The chandeliers glistened, the music swelled, and Copenhagen became the stage for what many are calling the most breathtaking royal reception of a generation. But here's the shock: this wasn't just another display of royal glamour. Hidden beneath the glitter and gold was a love story so real, so unfiltered, it left even the most hardened skeptics stunned. Because while most expected pomp and tradition, what unfolded was something far more powerful. The fairy tale of Princess Leonor brought to life in ways no one could have imagined. Princess Leonor's wedding reception was no ordinary royal gathering. From the very first moment she stepped into the hall, the atmosphere shifted. Guests whispered that it wasn't simply her gown or her crown that drew all eyes, it was her presence. She carried the grace of a queen in waiting but the humility of a young woman deeply in love. And it was that contrast, between monarchy and humanity, that made the night unforgettable. The reception began with a banquet unlike any other, a fusion of Spanish warmth and Danish elegance. Long tables adorned with flowers flown in from Madrid, candles lit in antique holders from Copenhagen's royal archives, and music played by orchestras blending the traditions of both nations. But the highlight was not the grandeur, it was the intimacy. Instead of remaining distant, Leonor and Prince Christian moved among their guests, laughing, embracing, and making even the most powerful figures in Europe feel like part of a family gathering. Whispers filled the room: have we ever seen a royal couple so natural? So open. And yet, behind the laughter, there were questions. Could such openness survive the weight of a crown? Could love remain unshaken beneath the pressures of monarchy? As the first dance began, the world held its breath. Leonor and Christian glided across the floor, not as symbols of dynasties, but as two young people whose hearts beat in unison. Every step told a story: the girl who grew up under constant watch, the boy who was raised with the same burden of destiny, finding freedom only in each other's arms. Their smiles revealed more than rehearsed perfection, they revealed vulnerability, trust, and an unshakable bond. But then came the moment that stunned Copenhagen. Instead of a carefully choreographed performance, the couple invited their families, King Felipe and Queen Letizia of Spain, Crown Prince Frederick and Crown Princess Mary of Denmark, to join them. Suddenly, the dance floor wasn't about thrones or titles, it was about unity. Generations intertwined, nations bound by love rather than politics. Cameras flashed, but the images captured were raw, emotional, and timeless. And yet, this was only the beginning of the surprises. Leonor rose to give a speech, her voice trembling at first, but then steady with conviction. She spoke not as a princess, but as a woman who had found love in a world where duty often overshadows the heart. Her words echoed through the hall: tonight is not about crowns or kingdoms. Tonight is about us, our families, our nations, our future, built not on power, but on love. Guests stood in silence, tears glistening in their eyes. But here's the question that lingers: was this reception simply a celebration, or was it a statement? A bold declaration that the monarchy of tomorrow will not look like the monarchy of yesterday. Leonor's every move seemed to suggest that her reign, when it comes, will be built on openness, humanity, and a devotion to love above all else. The night continued with music and joy, but woven into every toast and every smile was a deeper story, the story of a couple daring to redefine what it means to be royal. Even as dignitaries from across Europe applauded, even as Copenhagen sparkled with fireworks, the true spark was between Leonor and Christian. And those who witnessed it left knowing they had not just attended a reception, they had witnessed history. So the world asks, if this is how Princess Leonor begins her married life, what will her reign bring? Could she be the queen who reshapes the monarchy for a new era? And could this reception in Copenhagen be remembered not only as a fairy tale wedding celebration, but as the first chapter in a legacy of love and transformation? One thing is certain: when the music faded and the last candle flickered out, Copenhagen had been forever marked by a night that proved royalty is not just about crowns and ceremonies. It is about love, family, and the courage to be real. Princess Leonor's fairytale wedding reception did not just stun Copenhagen. It gave the world a vision of the monarchy's future, one filled with grace, authenticity, and hope.